Hello everyone, welcome back to season 2 of the Late Night Charge. I'm super excited to be back for another season. I'm Joe Brown, my co-host over to the side here, Dave Puglisi. Dave, are you excited?
Joe, I'm super pumped to be back on the Charge. It's been way too long.
So, would you say it's time to recharge?
Yes, Joe. I do think it's time to recharge. Courtesy of the Hazelnut Cafe Blue Raspberry Soda. You can go to the Hazelnut Cafe Monday through Friday, insert hours here, at any time to get this beautiful recharge.
Alright, well, now that we're back from our commercial break, how was your summer, Dave?
Yeah, Joe, it's pretty good. We hung out like a lot.
No, we didn't, Dave. What are you talking about?
We hung out like every day.
Dave, you want to know how I know that you're lying?
How? How do you know?
Because...
Is it my face?
I'm not even looking. Listen, we promised that we were going to watch all 3 movies in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle live-action trilogy. We only watched 2 of them. Meaning we only hung out twice. We didn't even get to finish the 3rd movie.
You know what, Joe? They're just not that good.
You take that back.
I just don't think they're that great.
Oh, yeah? Well, Mighty Ducks isn't all it's cracked up to be.
You dirty pirate hooker. You take that back, you Joe Brown.
Nope, you take it back about the Ninja Turtles.
No, you know the Triple Deke was the best Deke of all time. It's the best move ever.
No,
best move.
It doesn't even work.
It does too. Point proven, Joe.
All right. There's a new app around called Yik Yak. I don't really know how it works, but it's basically like an anonymous Twitter where people within your area post whatever's on their mind. Even though, like, most of it's really not true, so I don't know.
Are you kidding me, Joe? All that stuff is true.
No. Do you think SAE rides around on Heelys?
I personally can tell you that yes we do. Heelys are the best thing in the history of the world. We bought them all as a chapter.
You draft kickers in the first round of fantasy football draft?
Hey, you know what? They do score a lot of points, and they are a valuable position. They are in your starting lineup.
Listen, I'm just telling you it's not real, man.
But I mean, if everybody drafts a kicker in the first round, then technically the last round just becomes the first round, and then in the second round we draft LaShawn McCoy.
Listen, you're not getting the point. It's just random people posting random things that don't actually happen.
So what you're trying to tell me is that UNH Confessions is also completely made up, Joe? Yeah, try to explain that one to me.
I guess I'm stumped, Dave. Well, it's official. The class of 2018 is actually here at UNH. All the freshmen, all the new excitement, all the new blood, right, Dave?
Yeah, Joe, they're pretty easy to spot in their natural habitat. They rock the nice lanyards around their neck and right here.
Okay.
Also, you can find mobs of them on Thursday night in line for the shuttle.
Going downtown, right?
Yeah.
They don't know any better, yeah, right?
They don't know yet.
Listen,
they have to learn. Trials and tribulations.
That's messed up. Like, it's not nice to make fun of freshmen. They don't know any better.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what's worse than making fun of freshmen?
What's worse, Joe?
Sophomores making fun of freshmen.
Isn't that right? You've been like a sophomore for maybe 3 weeks. You have no right.
Like an hour.
Yeah. Since the show started.
Like you just started sophomore year.
Correct.
I just wanted to clarify that, right, Dave?
Yeah, like you can't say anything.
And also, it's creepy if seniors like make fun. I don't know. I feel like it's creepy, right? Like I feel like I'm a senior. If there's any freshman around, I just need to run away.
No. As like a senior at this point, I'm just like I'm over it. I'm just like there you are, new, don't get it yet. Sophomores are like all angry for like no reason, like bitter of the freshmen, and the juniors are like in that middle round. But like at this point, I'm not even fazed by anything, fazed by nothing. I'm just like a hardened college student.
Is used to it. You could keep going.
Used to it. I'm just like
super senior. Here you come, Dave.
Yeah, it's just like I'm just like a hardened vet of UNH. You know what I mean?
We've been through a lot.
I'm not thrown off by anything. Pop quiz, whatever. Just take it in stride. You know what I mean?
Is that that's what UNH is to you? Just pop quizzes?
Like, I don't prepare for the normal quiz. So how am I supposed to be ready for the pop quiz, Joe?
That's a fair point. Can't argue with that logic.
I mean, am I wrong?
Well, if we're talking about what we've been through, over the summer, the school went through a lot of changes. It changed a lot. A new residence hall was built, West Side, you know, whatever.
West Side.
Bethel Hall got $3 million in renovation. It actually looks pretty nice. It's like cool air conditioning, nice place. There's a new library renovations, new dining stations, Bartels, and there's finally grass in the quad.
You know, Joe, I'm like kind of jealous of these kids, man.
Why?
Because they don't understand that struggle, dude. We like had to learn to survive, man. Remember Bethel? We lived in Bethel.
When it was tripled?
Yeah, when it was tripled. All right, kids, tripled. Do you guys even know what that means? Do these freshmen even know what that means?
I think they have a basic
No, they have
knowledge
no
of
idea
three.
what that means. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It means hell. That's what it meant. 18 kids in a suite. That's what it was like, Joe. You know what? I bet you didn't fix the showers. I tell you that much. Go in there. You guys hear the water pressure change? You better run. You get burned, man. And these kids, they sit there and they tell you like West Side problems. What kind of problems do you have living in a hotel? Oh, the air conditioning's broke. It's 72 degrees. You know what? I had to stack box fans on box fans just to stay cool. Keep it under 90. You sit there sweating all night like, oh, this is terrible. Yeah, Joe. It was rough, man. And now, you know.
Now, Bethel with their change, they don't even know what we went through.
They don't get it. And then they got grass out front. Like, grass. You know what?
It's great because there's grass in front. They took away all of those parking spots, and then there's just like sticks in front of the grass. So they made that grass, and we're not even allowed to touch the grass.
Like, yeah, right? And it's like, you know, remember there's that big parking problem here at UNH, right? Remember, we originally solved by building that building, right? Right? Remember out there?
Yeah.
Out there? All right, cool. Well, so here's what we're going to, so the master plan is we're going to take the 20 parking spots here, and we're just going to move them over there. Like, what does that do?
It didn't add any
and
parking.
we can't even walk in that grass, you know? Can't even walk in that grass. And now the seniors living in dumps, man. Got people living in Dunham. Dunham even lights.
Hey, that's not that bad.
There's no lights, dude. It's dark.
It's not that bad.
It's depressing. I've been in there, man.
I just feel like
they don't get it. Dude, these kids could live in West Side, then the Bergamy, and then Soundview for 2 years.
It's Celentano. Remember? That's one of the other changes that we didn't really mention.
Right. Celentano Hall, Soundview, New Hall,
Bergamy.
Whatever.
I feel like it's just like it's kind of like Kaplan. He's like with the lawn specifically.
You know what, Joe? Like, here's what I imagine.
He's
right?
just like no one on the lawn.
Here's what I see. It's just like old man Kaplan, right? Just running down, waving his money in his Audi keys, and he's all like, he's like, you dare go, kid? You stepping on my lawn? Get off my grass. I just, you know what, man? Like, why can't I even be on that? Like, why can't I step on? You know what I'm gonna do today?
You crazy kids paying $50,000 to go to school, think you could step on this grass and not in my school, not in my university.
Yeah, man. You know what? After class, I mean, no, not after class. I'm in class. After I don't even know what this is anymore. After the charge.
After late night charge.
That's how much we do on campus. I don't even know what anything is anymore. It's a blur. We're gonna go out there.
Anyway, what were you saying?
We're gonna go out to that quad. Not even a quad. That grass. We're just gonna lay on it, Joe.
It's just like grass angels. Like,
no, not even grass angels. We're just gonna look at the clouds.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I need a break. You gotta relax. All right. It's evolution. This campus is getting better. It's a good thing. Sucks for us, but it's a good thing.
I just get heated. That's all. My bad.
On September 9th, 2014, the most pre-ordered video game of all time launched.
Shell 15. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I mean, NHL 15 also came out on the 9th, but I'm actually talking about Destiny. It's the newest game released by Bungie. It's essentially like if World of Warcraft and Halo had a baby. It's literally taken over my life, Dave.
I mean, it's aight.
In other news around UNH, since September 9th, attendance in class has plummeted by 75%.
Wait, Joe. Classes started?
Not this again.
What do you mean?
Dave, we did this bit at the beginning of season 1. The same thing.
No, we didn't.
All right, roll the clip.
Oh, and I played Shell.
Oh, my God.
No, that's not what you think. I mean, in my defense, I did say Shell 14.
All right. Well, anyways, we have a great show for you tonight. We have Charger Athletics Assistant Director of Communications, that's a mouthful, Andy Beardsley. Professor Dennis Blader is also here. And our musical guest tonight is Isis. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, folks.
How is everybody tonight?
How are you guys doing?
Why are you copying me?
You're my role model. I do what you do.
Ah, I see. Certainly was a good dinner we had last night.
Sure was. It was delicious.
Could have used a beer and some tequila shots.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't agree with that.
But you're supposed to follow my lead.
Not in this. I'm no dummy.
Welcome back to Late Night Charge. Please welcome our first guest of the year, Assistant Director for Charger Athletics, Andy Beardsley.
Hey, how we doing, Andy?
How you doing, Andy?
Joe, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's our first episode. You know, we gotta get the big people on campus to come. So
I wouldn't go that far yet, but
hey, Assistant Director, right? That's pretty big. We cut off like some of your name because it's really long and it was confusing.
yeah, you throw communications on the end there, and it gets everybody in a whirl.
Yeah. I remember, Andy, we go way back to my freshman year. The first week when we had the football game, you stuck me up in the booth with Craig Mortali and Pat Ryan, the announcers for the game. Gave me a free sandwich, which was pretty awesome. I didn't get a soda. I remember that. I don't know why. But, I was 3 years later, we're still best buds. Like, that was a good, low interest investment for you. One sandwich, and I do all this work.
We probably ran out of soda, so that's why. Yeah, Joe, I remember, the first week back at campus, your freshman year, you moved in and swung by the resource fair, I believe it is.
Yeah.
At the rec center, and athletics is always set up there and taking names for anybody interested. And your first day on campus, you were interested in getting involved. So I think that goes a long way. And here we are 3 years later. We've been involved with you guys ever since, and I think it's been a great experience.
I mean,
I don't have any cool story, but that's cool.
Dave, just make something up.
Oh, my story? Well, I met Joe Brown, and I started calling games. I think Joe, pulled it a lot of you guys in to get you involved, and between the Communications Club and the radio station, all you guys are now, real involved with what we do up there. So.
Just gonna say the sandwich was the real MVP.
Yeah,
I don't know. We gotta step up the sandwich game a little bit. Some of them are a little
depends how early you get there.
Depends on the day. Yeah, exactly.
Depends how early you get there.
All right. Well,
a little dry.
Well, we
extra
have
mayo.
Football started back up. We have a couple games going on.
Yeah.
So how's the vibe up at North Campus? How is everyone feeling about the season?
Yeah, I think everybody's really excited. It's a new, fresh year, and all the fall sports are just into their third week, of competition, and everybody's off to a great start. I mean, I think football first to open the season with a home game is really exciting. I think we had over 3,000 fans at the first home opener, and of that, almost 1,500 students. So I think that just that alone is pretty kind of tells you the excitement about not the football program only, but athletics as a whole. So
that weather though, that was ridiculous. I saw a cameraman taking pictures, and he had the strap around his neck, and when he lifted it, it was just lines of sweat. I was only there for a half hour. I had to go, and I just watched the game on the broadcast on NewHavenChargers.com.
Yes, exactly. Shameless
plug. So we're all about
not shameless
right?
at all.
Recharge.
The day was pretty. In my, I would say, 10 years, I've never had a game that hot. It was unexpected, I think, to say the least. And after a very relatively cool summer, I think to have a day that probably had to be over 110 degrees on the field. And the fans that were getting beat by the sun all day, all afternoon, I think it was probably one of the hotter days around. We had some people be dehydrated, had to be EMT'd out.
Yeah, right. More people in the band went in the ambulance and played at halftime.
I don't know about that, but pretty close. It was a hot day, and definitely had to stay hydrated. So.
I mean, wasn't the worst rain delay we ever had. Remember that time?
Oh my God.
Me and Joe did a game on the radio. It was on the road, and there was a lightning delay after the first 20, 30 minutes. I don't remember who we were playing.
It was in North Carolina.
It was St. Augustine's a couple of years ago. I think it wasn't this past fall, but the fall prior. Pretty bad lightning delay.
And Joe, I don't know what happened. We were having a problem with the phone line. So Joe was like, had to call Craig, but it was only me and Joe in the studio. So Joe goes, Dave, you play sports? Tell me what it's like being stuck in a delay. And he just threw it to me and left the room.
For like 15
For
minutes.
like 15 minutes. So I just kept talking for 15 minutes to myself. Like, you know, Joe, it's like a great time. Like, just went off on stuff. And it was, and then Joe just comes back in. It was like, oh, yeah, it was really insightful, David. Like, it was the worst.
Very considerate.
That's the best about radio.
Yeah.
No one ever like knows if there's
Yeah.
like 15 people or it's just one person. Like that, I don't know. I like radio for that aspect.
That was like an hour-long delay. It was terrible.
It was. I think if I remember correctly, it was like hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes.
We
that it was.
we ran out of things to talk about after the first 5 minutes.
All right. Well, real quick, obviously football's a big sport, but there's a bunch of other fall sports as you mentioned, and they don't get as much love. You know, they still get the scholarships and all the stuff. But so, what is one sport that you're really excited for the fall season?
I think you got to be really excited about the women's volleyball program. Traditionally, they've been really, really outstanding, and in the last 6 years since we've been in the Northeast 10 Conference, Joe, they haven't lost a regular season conference game.
They're pretty good.
That's 88 straight, 88-0.
They're pretty
the regular
tall.
season.
They're very tall females.
Yes, they are. And that's, I mean, in any sport, that's a pretty good accomplishment, and will get you excited. So.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Andy. We look forward to seeing you on Saturdays and when we borrow jerseys and helmets for skits and
You
stuff.
got it. Anytime, guys, anytime.
All right. We'll be right back. This is Late Night Charge.
Adolescents are faced with peer pressure almost daily.
Come on, we've been friends forever. One drink won't hurt.
Are you really gonna embarrass me again?
Don't be such a stick in the mud, Camille. It's just a couple of drinks.
I don't need to drink to fit in. I'm my own person.
Sometimes all a child needs is a guiding hand. If you talk to them seriously about alcohol use, they'll listen. And when the time comes, they'll make the choice you want them to. The right choice.
Welcome back to Late Night Charge. Please welcome our next guest, communication professor Dennis Blader.
How you doing? Good to see you, Dave.
Hey, Blader.
Joe, good to see you.
How are we?
We are fine.
We're great.
How is us?
Us is wonderful.
We is good?
We is good.
All right.
All right. I don't know. That was like terrible grammar, but I'll let it slide because you're just
It's okay.
great.
We're comm majors.
Yeah.
We're comm majors.
Comm majors.
I don't need to
Not
write.
English majors, right?
No.
Well, I
We were
mean-
English majors. It would
So-
be, you know.
The big thing on my mind right now
You really?
is
Okay.
had the whole summer away, come back, and there's a lot going on in the facial region.
You think?
I think something new.
What?
I don't
Where
know
did
what you
this come
changed.
from? Where did you get this?
It's an internal thing. It's sprouting.
Okay.
It goes out.
What's your inspiration
Starts
behind
here
it?
and it works its way down and then out.
So what's your inspiration behind it? Because usually it's just the stash.
Yeah.
It's been said
yeah.
a
So
long time.
we're filling out the rest of our face. What's
What-
the reasoning?
The background behind it was basically just saying, I haven't tried to do this in about, since I was in college.
Okay.
All right. I
Many,
see
many,
it.
more, like what, 6 years ago? Or so?
Six,
Yeah.
five, 6 years ago.
Give or take. Give or take.
Give or take 30, yeah.
Something like that.
So what I did was I just said, I'm going to try it, and if the Chargers win, it's staying. If the Chargers lose their first game, it's going.
They
Don't
lost.
tell me. Do not give me any more information. No, I just decided I was going to leave it on because I actually, as a secondary resource, I did a poll of my students, and my students said leave it on.
Oh.
So,
I mean, Falcone
It is
had a
pretty
sweet
cool.
beard last year going on.
yes, he did, and I'm
Now you got to. Somebody has to like
You
take
guys
the
need to
reins.
do it. You have to do it at the same time.
no,
like,
see, I'm
you're alternate.
receding here. I'm losing
So
here,
you're-
so I'm growing
Yeah,
there.
right.
You know, and
Distracting.
Draws the attention
draws
away.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, so if Falcone did it and now you do it, that means Brian's next,
No,
right?
Rauscher.
Rauscher.
Yeah, but Rasser always has facial hair,
Yes, he has. Yes.
so it's not. It's an unfair advantage for him.
Well, that may be true. That may.
What if Rauscher just went like chopper style, like comes down up top here, cleans
None
it out
down
right
here.
here, just super like chopper.
Handlebars.
Yeah.
Or like the like Fu Manchu.
Yeah, the Fu Manchu or whatever.
No,
you
these
curl
are
it up.
handlebars. Fu
That's
Manchu
handlebars.
is.
That's down.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Sorry, I'm
Oh,
not.
how about,
very-
like,
I'm not
really
well-versed
long?
in
Like-
You're
facial
too
hair.
clean shaven. That's what it is.
Yeah, Joe.
No, I
Too
shaved
clean
like
shaven.
the other day. Like, but it was a hot mess. before, and hot.
This could be more than we need to know.
Hot intentionally because it's freaking hot out for September.
Yes, true.
Like, so that's
This is
why
true.
I wanted to keep it because I didn't want to shave, but I'm like, it's just way too hot for this.
I mean,
so.
I'm just blessed with this right here. It's pretty amazing. Isn't that right, Joe? It is.
So anyway,
okay.
So you were besides being a professor here, you were also working at ABC and a bunch of other places throughout your career. So we're in the communication field. We want to get out there one day. Is the real world as scary as everyone tells us? You have a lot of experience in real life. We're seniors. We're about to be in the real world.
In this industry, it is scarier than you think.
Okay, see you later.
No, there's a lot of things that are different that were not applicable when I was going into the real world. One thing is robotics. I mean, as I like to tell my entry-level classes, when you start years ago, you had a production assistant, you had a camera operator, you had janitors, you had secretaries, you had people who were security guards. You had lots of entry-level jobs. Now, you don't have those jobs. People type their own memos, secretaries not so much. Camera operators, where it might have taken 4 camera operators or 5 camera operators, now one person operates 4 or 5 cameras. Robotics. The control room in a box. You don't need an audio person, you don't need a TD, all you need is a director with a thumb who can push the space bar, and suddenly everything is done for you. So what used to take 10 to 12 personnel people, I'm not talking about the ones that are on this side of the camera, I'm talking about behind the scenes in the control room. What used to take 10 or 12 people, 3 folks. And that's a big crowd, 3 people.
So is that straying us away from the industry? Or?
No, I just want you to realize that you have to do really, really well. You can't just, say, oh, I want to be. Everybody wants to be. You have to be better than everybody else. You have to have something that says, I know how to, and I have done it, and if you invest in me, you'll get a better return than if you just choose that guy over there.
I like that. I like life lessons from Blader, like shooting
That's
star.
my new book.
Rainbow.
That's my new book.
Is it autobiography?
No. It's very thin, very thin book. But it's going to be my new book. Yeah.
Okay.
Life lessons from Blader.
I'll buy it on Kindle. I don't want a hard copy of it.
No.
Okay. We're all technologically savvy by now.
You can get the psychic version.
I'll
send it out to you.
One thing I wanted to bring up is we were in you teach the football class, so when people are watching the football games on Saturdays on NewHavenChargers.com, you are kind of in charge of us, you tell us all right.
I don't like to say that I teach it. I oversee it.
Oversee it. All right, that's a better word. So you are our overseer. And
I am the Yoda.
We had this running gag, which we don't know if you knew about or not.
Oh, this is
I heard about this.
But so we have this thing called Where's Blader, and it's kind of like Pee Wee Herman with the word of the day or whatever, where when someone said it, all the couches, and it was like ah. So say we're having issues setting up, and you're over at a camera trying to help them, and we didn't know what to do. We'd go, hey, where's Blader? And it was like, ah, because that was a secret word. And one time, you came back when we said it, and went, where's Blader? And you went, ah, having no idea what we were actually talking about. So were you aware of that situation? Or?
No, but I play well with others.
I'm sorry. It's such good memories.
Practicum was rough, but in the end, it's rewarding.
All right, well, Blader, thank you for coming on.
You are
we really
welcome.
appreciate it. Hopefully everything goes well, this year. Better than us. I mean, let's be real. They're going to be great.
Well, we started out with weather last week.
Yep.
I mean, we had serious weather conditions, as Andy, I'm sure mentioned previously. Heat. The game, they didn't win.
It's only going up from here.
Can only go up, right?
You start down here and you work your way higher.
The heat will go down and the wind will go up.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. Winter is coming, and we're looking for lower temperatures, higher scores.
All right. Well, good luck on Saturdays, and we'll see you around.
Thank you.
All right. When we come back, we'll have our musical guest. This is Late Night Charge.
You wouldn't let your children take your place at work, would you? You wouldn't let your children drive your car without you, would you? And you wouldn't let your children file your taxes, would you? So why would you let them drink your alcohol? Communicating and becoming involved with your child can significantly reduce the risk that they will abuse alcohol.
Hello, welcome back to Late Night Charge. So we decided to play a little fun game. So we have Professor Blader and our good friend Sean Malone. Andy had to go, so we found him on the street, and he wasn't doing anything.
Just wandering around doing
How you doing, Sean?
I'm an alumni. I'm really not doing anything. I wasn't found on the street, though. I showed up on my own power.
All right, so we're going to play charades. If you guys can see in the back, if Dave's not blocking it, we have the best setup for a game show in game show history. We have six boards. We don't know what's behind them. Each person is going to choose one. And, whichever team gets more correct is going to be the winner. If there's a tie, we'll go to a fifth one. Hopefully we don't get there. So, Sean and I are going to go first. So you guys, take a squat, game plan, or whatever. So we have 30 seconds. Our good friend Kate, she'll tell us when 30 seconds is up. So I'll ask you guys, what number should I take? 6! Thanks, Nona. One person. Okay.
That's not a confident face.
This is not, okay, so in the rules is you can't talk, which is hard. Alright, so I got 30 seconds, right? Alright, tell me when.
2 words. First word. Lift. Roof. Lights. Rain. Running. Fall. Second word. Film. I am completely lost here, Joe. Book. Food.
Time. It was Forrest Gump! That was so hard!
What? That was so hard! That was Forrest Gump.
I was doing his legs, like breaking off the shackles. That was a box of chocolate. I was trying to do a forest, but leaves falling.
Yeah,
that was really hard. All right, Dave, you're up.
Okay.
Good. You did good for what you could do.
Right.
So
You did good too.
I would.
This is
Now
terrible.
This is hard.
What number?
1.
He's getting the.
I like one.
I hear one.
If this is anything like
Okay.
the first one,
This is a
gonna
good
be
one.
hard.
Oh, great. Great.
Okay, here we go.
All right, tell me what.
I blame whoever said 3. One word. Sunshine. Over. Applause. Entrance.
I know.
We got it.
Just do something. Fainting. Play. No. Don't do anything. Drowning. Dying. Don't die. Okay. Hamlet.
Titanic. I was on the edge of the boat,
Jack.
and then I was pleading to Jack not to die. Save me. No points.
I'll remember that.
That was pretty good. All right, Sean, you're up.
I tried to be like DiCaprio behind her.
All he told me was we're playing
5?
movies. 5. Now I know.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Determined. I like it. 3 words. Movie. First word. 7 letters. 7. Okay. Second and third word. 007? What? No. GoldenEye. 7. 7. I don't know. 7 something. 7.
007 James Bond.
You have Joe. I said 007. First of all, the movies are not. That's not the name of the movies.
It's a general name.
I said 007. No,
but you said 007, but it's 007 James Bond.
But that's
3 words.
That's simultaneous. It's the same thing.
What should we
007 and James Bond are the same thing.
3.
I'm so upset right now. I had 007.
I thought I did a good job of that. I'm rolling on the floor and everything.
You did good.
I'm shooting the Russian villains like.
The Russian. Right.
Ready.
2 words. Salsa dancing. You. Oh, you're. What? Are you like Rockettes looking stuff? Singer, dancer, singer. So you're a singer nose.
I think I figured this out.
So you're a singer who hand. Oh, you're Beyonce. No,
that's what I thought.
Single ladies.
Time.
I think I know what all I was getting was like, single ladies.
I thought it was like
single ladies. Jessica Love. Okay, all right.
So now it's 0-0 tie.
So 0-0 tie.
I thought I had
this is the most intense game of charades
This is
ever.
what we're gonna do. All right. So you and I are both gonna go. We're gonna grab the same
first person
one,
who guesses
and the first person who gets it wins.
You're gonna do the same one.
All right. So do you want 2 or 4?
2.
2.
I'm taking 2.
All right. 2. No. We're both doing the same one.
Oh, same one together.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You guys have a minute.
We have a minute for this, all right? Sean, we're not going to need it, all right?
Okay.
We got this. Tell us when.
That's like 59 more seconds than we're gonna need. 3 words.
All right.
Lion King.
Yes! Yes!
What'd I say? 59 more seconds.
The Lion King! Right?
How did you get that so fast?
Because I did the Simba thing!
I went 3 words and I went film and you went Lion King. And I was like, what?
Hey, we're just on that wavelength.
I wanted
right?
to do the Lion King thing, but you didn't even get when I was like this. Like,
You think I was joking? I said I had 59 more seconds than I needed. Like, I wasn't kidding.
All right, well, thanks for coming on the show, Blader and Sean. It was really fun. It was really embarrassing. That moonwalk was amazing.
I should have done the film thing. I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, you should have done that thing. So when we come back, we're gonna have our musical guest. Stay tuned.
The club.
Oh my God, we did.
While teens are ultimately responsible for the decisions they make, their parents also play an important role in influencing those decisions.
Look both ways before crossing the street. Do your homework early, and you'll have more free time. I don't really care if you drink.
But what happens when you give the wrong advice?
Our beer's in the fridge. I hope you and your friends have a great time.
Parents, remember that your actions have a direct impact on your children's decisions.
Welcome back to Late Night Charge. Please welcome our musical guest Isis, performing To Make You Feel My Love by Bob Dylan.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I could never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love.
Thank you, Isis, for coming on. Thank you guys for watching the show. Also, shout out to Dennis Blader and Andy Beardsley. Dave Puglisi also. Great at Charades. We'll see you next time on Late Night Charge. Have a great night.